Good morning, everyone. AEV Software, good morning. I'm also learning it as well. It is possible, and we have a couple of Rust lambdas. I'm toying around with the idea of being able to use Rust to generate, using Rust lambdas to be able to generate um, websites that are serverless. Um, Forums, e-commerce, etc. All right, just gotta get my phone set up. Where'd I set my phone? Oh, it's over there. Just a moment. All right, let's get that scene switcher enabled again. We'll get going. Oh, there it goes. All right, so where did we leave off? Oh, it's in the wrong window. All right, a little chat window at the bottom I was in. We're inside this project here, the Rust AWS Lambda project, which is over here. Got it over as source HUD. And this is just a little template with some examples. I'm doing this because I need to figure out how this all gets glued together. Morning, Jummet. So everything that we've been configuring and getting working up to here is over in the sources. Comments, I did not touch up the comments yet, so we'll probably be doing a bit of that as we go through today. The first one that I remember right off the bat is that down here, these do not have the serverless REST API because they're not HTTP endpoints. Does not contain this. Okay. I would also like to drop in some URLs or references to URLs in here. So where's our events? Command line, oh, this is for Sam. Isn't this Sam's? Yeah, this is for Sam. Oh, this is for the SAM config file. This file here. It's a TOML file, so to do this, is there a COC for TOML? I want the highlighting. I don't want RLS on this. I'm gonna toss this in there. All right, vim plug. This is the one I'm using. Oh, look at that, much better. It's interesting that there's a stack name. Be nice to come through and try to understand these. S3 bucket, I get that. S3 prefix makes sense. Region, sure. Capabilities, not sure on that one either. So stack name and capabilities, unsure on here. Let's take a quick peek at that config here just to see if we want to add a little bit more documentation. Now when we see S3 prefix, let's close this. There's like no documentation on S3 prefix in this. Is this? Yeah, this is the documentation on this file. It doesn't say what the S3 prefix is. Precedence. Okay, so it talks a bit about the environment overriding. So it looks like it's really talking about the tables and the overrides, but not necessarily the entries. Which makes sense. Well, no, it doesn't make sense. Why? Okay. Config change set. Where's this on the left? Policy template, command reference. It would be nice to know what capabilities means here. Alright, do they have some other link that I glossed over in here? Hey, morning Flask. How are ya? Desk is a little low. Raise that up. Ah, much better. The default environment. Okay, there's their example. You can manually edit this file. In addition, this see writing configuration files with SAM deploy guided later in this topic. So maybe it explains what the entries are. I have a tall chair and a sit-stand desk, but no, this desk is really It's one of these Husky home workbench. What did I say? Ben workbench. Adjustable height workbench. It's like this. Yeah, something like this. It can hold some weight. It's not going to break the bank. Well, for me, you know, it's not like compared to like the electronic ones. I do not think I paid $200 for this. I think I got it on sale. I'm thinking it was like 150 or so. Morning, Xenocron. Yeah, and it's 60 cranks to go, 62 cranks or 3, whatever, to go from the lowest to the highest. And really, if I'm going between these, it's fine, right? Even if I don't need to have memory retention on my desk. I don't want to plug my desk in. I just don't. Lego Logic 16, good morning. GPC is greater than AWS. Yeah, that's fine. GPC doesn't run Rust functions though. So I did look at that, and that's where we were a couple days ago. We were checking to see which cloud providers actually provided the ability to run serverless Rust, and GPC just doesn't. So we're using AWS. So it is what it is. You use MongoDB, and it seems that there are Rust APIs for that. Oh, that's cool. Have I tried Alibaba? Yes. You mean for like buying stuff? Guess I don't understand. Have I tried Alibaba for what? All right. Default deploy and then parameters. Now if we look at this again, default deploy parameters. Okay, what is it that, what are the different options for the table? Tables, environment command and subcommand. Oh, interesting. Huh, command, huh? Command is deploy, I see. So if we do a deploy, it's using these table entries. What? Am I employed? What? Burnout. Oh, that's rough. That's really rough. So we can have a subcommand. That's kind of neat. Local invoke parameters. Oh, nice, nice. Oh, no worries. Yeah, you guys can have conversations in there. I missed Flask's comment. At work we use AWS, but we are bringing in on a GCP Oh, nice. Let's see, the default environment name is default. Go figure. Okay. You can override that environment variable using the config env params. Makes sense. So if we wanted to have, well, I get that we could have like a test environment, a production environment, but I don't think that these are talking about that in that way. See, I think that, yeah, stage here, they talk about, so environment isn't stage. If you don't mind us asking, Lego Logic, what stack were you working in? Region equals US West 2. For arguments that are key value pairs, pairs are space delimited. Space delimited, okay. Value of each pair is surrounded by encoded double quotes. For example, this, I see. Well, that's interesting. So you could tag these. It's neat. Mern? Okay, RDBMS. Now you said you were a web dev. Did you use any toolkits in there? Like I said toolkits, that's not the right term. React, Vue, etc. Vanilla.js. Params on the command line take precedence. Okay. So one thing that I'm confused about here. Oh, Express. React Redux, Node and Express. Gotcha. You're not a stack? Oh. Don't take offense, Senecron. We just needed we didn't know what stack was. So. So what are stacks here? And the S3 prefix, if we go log in, or was it? Oh, we had one of these already logged in. Ah, over here. I am employed, yes. Oh, and I've got to do this. save that. Auth code. I have to find the right one. Oh, here. I guess this one. It's gonna flip in just a second. There we go. Yahoo in 2020. Oh, that is an ancient email address. All right, so we have those two that we created. Now, if we click into one of these, like the HTTP example, it had the API gateway, etc. Now, what else did it have in here? There's our scroll bar there. So maybe we could look at this CloudFormation stack name to figure out what it is. What is a stack? CloudFormation. Let's go back one more. They had something with working with stacks. Concepts. A stack is a collection of AWS resources you can manage as a single unit. Nice, okay. You can create, update, or delete a collection of resources by creating, updating, or deleting stacks. Stack, for instance, can include all of the resources required to run a web application, such as a web server, a database, and networking rules. Okay. If you no longer require that web application, you can simply delete that stack. Oh, wow. How do we do that? Seems neat. I see. So in the CloudFormation console, got a little too many elements here. I'm going to move this tab. Start. I thought. Let's see. Nope, that was the wrong one. We should probably just delete all of them to the right. Goodbye, tabs. So if we go back in the CloudFormation API, we should be able to delete the Xenocron stack. Oh, look at that. And you can update that. Wow. What is it? Drift status. Rollback configuration. Ooh, interesting. Okay. This is so deep. There are so many things in AWS. Like update events, resources. Oh, nice. So you can see all of the resources associated with a stack. Nice. Parameters, templates. There's our template, our change sets. So if we wanted to delete this one, let's hit that. Yeah, sure. Go for it. Delete initiated for such and such. All right. Yeah, let's delete the other one too. Okay. So a stack is a cloud formation stack. That is cool. So you could have different stacks for different environments. Wow. Okay. Now the prefix here, the stack name. All right, that's not there. AWS SAM S3 prefix. Let's put this one in quotes so we've hit that directly. Unfortunately, okay, I had deleted this. Now, didn't this bucket go away when I did that? Or is that S3 bucket outside of it? AWS doc. Oh my goodness. Good morning, Museum. Okay, so that still exists. And if we look at that, it used to have a prefix called Xenocron. Is that the prefix? It might be. SAM deploy. Hold on a sec. Kill that. SAM build. Let's make sure we get this right. We are still waiting for Starlink. I would love to have a faster internet here. All right, now if we go back into the console, well here, Let's go back one. So this is a bucket. We click in here. Okay, so that is the S3 prefix. Let's comment on that. That's not in CD Rust. Abort. Guess we have to wait. It should not take too long. So we figured out what the prefix is. That's the folder that everything gets stored in. I can see having this be like a git hash or something like that. That could be neat to associate the contents of this with a specific version. Hey y'all, we're gonna take a 10-minute break. Gotta do something real quick. It probably won't be 10, so just a minute. All right, I am back. Okay. Oh. I know they have best practices for this. I have not gone through them. But just looking at it, it seems like this would be a great place to be able to store things by version, right? Or like version and date, so you can delete old bits. Instead of having random blobs in here like this. I guess date is an attribute here, so it doesn't matter that much for the date. But these seem to exist even when you delete the stack. So having some scheme to be able to delete these would be nice. All right. Also, I'm thinking that I would like a nicer bucket than this. This is a little unwieldy. It's very long. You can tell that it was generated. Let's create a new one. Buckets. We're going to create a bucket. Now this seems to be S3 does not require region selections. Okay. Morning, Brooke. How are you? Happy Friday, everyone. Let's see. Will it create that bucket if it does not exist? Good morning, Brooke Zuckerbot. What were you guys doing today? I saw you earlier. I don't remember. And welcome, everybody. We are in the process of learning how to do Rust with AWS Lambdas. You updated the instructions on the game and played around with GitHub Actions. Oh, that's cool. Very nice. Very nice. All right. After we get that figured out, we're going to go on with a little bit more stuff. I want to see if this can be generated. So I get that like this is some huge thing. Let's give it the name of this project here. I'm going to give it... Will it generate that? You're off to work? Well, have a good time at work today, Brooke. All right, let's try doing a deploy. Sam deploy. Ah, the S3 bucket does not exist, so we have to create that ahead of time. Now, I do have this AWS command line tool that we installed. AWS help. What are these? Search for S3 to find it in a list of services. Okay. AWS command subcommand. All right. But what if we wanted to create a bucket from this? How would we do that? Lots of services. AWS S3. A few arguments. Oh, I see. So that's the command. S3, the service is the command. Too few arguments. Help. Oh. S3 URIs. My bucket, my key. So maybe the prefixes are really called keys in S3 terms. Or prefix. Are they using prefix and key for the same thing here? My bucket is a specified S3 bucket and my key is a specified S3 key. I miss Rust docs. All right, and it also supports access points. All right, let's say I just want to create one. How do we create this? Available commands. Or do you mean subcommand? Hmm. Copy ls mb make bucket. Seriously. MB creates a bucket. That that does not sit well with me. Oh, they had all right. Is it S3 colon slash slash? Or wait. Why do they have S3 twice in here? Can you create buckets that do not have an S3 colon slash slash prefix? Now, if you do specify a region, does that make the AWS Lambdas start up faster? Because they're closer together? If we look at the console, wherever that went, where's my browser? There. And we go to create a bucket. It does say region here. Oh, I see. But when we list the buckets, it's listing them all for all regions, not just the other one. Got it. That confused me. Because here I thought, oh, you know what? I'm in North Virginia. I'm using US 1, US East 1, because that's where my lambdas are going. All right, well, like, why is it okay that they do like dash dash region, which is very nicely descriptive, but MB, they can do like a create, S3 create. So if I did that, let's give it a deploy. So, and maybe I should have left, what are the default permissions on that bucket? Refresh. Brevity and command line tools as a trend. It will be their downfall. It's so cryptic. Especially when you're putting this in tools like especially when you're putting this in tools where the next person has to come back through. Like, it's fine to have an abbreviated version, but if you put this in like a bash script or something like that, you want to read it. Okay. Successfully created / updated the stack. So what did this say? Initializing deployment. So none of these were replaced. Change set. Created successfully. And the outputs of the stack. Now, does it have to have execute API at the beginning of this? Or is that something that we can adjust? One day literate programming, self-documentation code will catch on. You know, when the machines start coding, they will do that for themselves because it's reasonable. All right, well, all of that seemed to work. I'm gonna go ahead and delete that one because I don't like the name. It's not empty. Type the bucket name to delete it. Seriously? Yeah. Wait. I actually have to like type it. Cancel delete. Type the name of the bucket. I can't. Oh. Oh, because it's not empty. Fine. Delete. Okay. Exit that. Can I go back to S3? Now we can delete this? What do you mean it's not empty? There's nothing in it. Oh, interesting. Flag packages are that telling? All right, well. To delete all objects in the bucket, use empty bucket configuration. We did this already. Oh, type permanently delete. Oh, that's different. Exit. Now, can I just copy paste this, or are they going to make me do this? Okay. All right. Probably goes flag package. Oh, abort. Wrong one. So the first portion here was it the environment? Okay. Now the version here, is that our version or their version? It doesn't say. Wah, wah. All right, that's fine. I'm guessing it's a config. Would be neat if Tommel supported comments. Yeah. I'm going to be saying this a lot. I do miss Rust documentation. Yep, no idea. Okay. We'll just leave that as is. And let's try to get the let's try to get some DynamoDB set up. Its status, git diff template. Oh yes. Is there anything else in here that we wanted to comment on? Let's see, needed for time. Let's be a little bit more descriptive. Yes. TOML, YAML, JSON. It's outstanding. I don't know where this description goes. Oops, didn't mean to close that. Where does that even show up? Is it... Is it Event Bridge? Or CloudForm? It's probably CloudFormation, because that config file is an extension of the default one. Oh, the default failed. Why? Fine. Probably because the bucket's gone? Yes, oh interesting. Okay, so you have to delete that thing before the bucket. Did that leave a whole bunch of trash around? Or did it clean up as much as it could? Looks like these got updated just fine. All right, let's go back into the cloud formation. Description. Ah, here it is. So if we click on the stack ID, now in their example, they used a multi-line description. Here, it doesn't look like we have the ability to read this as multi-line. So why? SAM app, SAM, okay. How does that map? Okay, so it's just putting them all in one line. It's got tags, yes, we could do that. The reason I put that in there is because people might actually want to add punctuation, knowing that line breaks are removed. So we change this from that. AWS Rust Lambda. Copy link location. Let's take a peek. Oh well, thank you. This is very helpful. We will tenants. What will be changed? Okay. Nice. Okay. Profile. That's new. Debug. Oh, that's for build. Package. Got it. The configuration file, samconfig.toml, will come with the top level version key that specifies the version of the configuration file based on the spec of the file. This version can be used to determine if a given configuration file works with a given version of SAM CLI. I see. Also paves the forward. When major changes need to be made to the configuration file and add a version bump to the config file version. Got it. So that is specific to the SAM config. Uh-oh, what'd I do? Grabbed the wrong one. Actually, I'm going to remove this one here because I don't like that one. Morning, JB Pratt. Also useful? Thank you. Oh, nice. Parameters. Number string, okay. All right, is there a doc for the oh drat, not for the template though. That's fine. Oh, and capabilities. Let's go back into there. Oh, nope. That probably means something to an experienced AWS user. What the capabilities are. Oh, JB Pratt, here you go. What does capabilities mean? Can we use environment values in this? I guess we could specify this on the command line though. Which file was saying that? Oh, not this one. This one here. Config file. Config file and get repos. Hmm. Capabilities are CloudFormation settings to find it, what your stack can do. Capability IAM is providing something, is provisioning something IAM. Capability named IAM is a named version of the above. I see. All right, so I've got that. I'm gonna change this. What do I want the prefix to be? It would be nice if I could override this. If this could be, you know, some command or something else. I see that you could have a bucket, and then this might be specific to the bucket. What would be the best practice here? Well, I can see multiple things being stored inside of a single bucket. So maybe this is for the stack or a version, or maybe there's some other organizational considerations that I don't know. Maybe our team only gets the Rust bucket. Move our VAS my important data. I see. Yeah, I just don't know what would be how you would choose a prefix. Would it be based on you use the same bucket per account? Your prefix is typically the application. Key is the whole thing. Okay. All right. All right. Now on to try to get. Wow, it was nice. I started at a better time today, so I got a time. We're gonna look at DynamoDB. Oh, hold on. AWS stack. No, it's a cloud formation, isn't it? Wait, is it CF? Can you say CF? No. You have to type it out long? Oh, that's so annoying. Just kidding. The prefix determines the rate limiting inside of the bucket. Oh, interesting. Huh. I should just look. Okay. Wait. Invalid choice. Maybe you want cloud formation. Oh, I misread the last thing. Okay. That looks like a lot of text. Oh, this is better. Look at that. This looks like a more modern, maybe it came along later. Describe. List stacks. The bucket itself has a global rate limit. I see. You can also configure a region by running that. US East 1, okay. Stack summary, wow, okay. So the stack name, Xenocron's still there. I thought we deleted that. Why is it still there? And this one, the delete failed. It says we have 2 stacks active. Failed. So that's going to fail again because that bucket is gone. Complete. Okay. Now we're going to go back over here. Oh, hold on. We were using the local one, which is much different than the published one. Oh, Musean, I got a question for you. I wanted to do a git override on this so that I could just say, oh, this is this one here. Git, then it'd point to GitHub with like a branch, master, etc., right? However, Lambda is a sub portion of that Git repo. The Git repo is a workspace. So is there a way to say, when using Git and this branch, use this sub portion of this repo? So if we come back in here, let's go to the repo. So we can work this out. Or if who is a member of the bar workspace. I see, because that was not working if I did that in this area. It's this one. Or he just figures it out based on the key. Okay. So here it is, code. Copy that. And you need the path to point to the workspace. Okay, so, oops. Because I want to use the crate in there. And then, well, also that one too. They're basically restructuring this whole thing. All right, I'm going to go ahead and delete that. Now this here isn't on crates.io. So if we look at this here, Lambda in this case looks like somebody's squatting on it. The workspace is AWS Lambda Rust runtime. The package you want is Lambda from it. I see. Okay, that makes sense. All right, let's give it a go. Cargo check. Line 22, column 9. What? Missing the open quotation mark on both lines. Oh, thank you. Where's my Starlink? That's a private crate. Crate Lambda is private. All right. That's fine. We can fix this. Oh, a cargo update after you do a cargo patch. No handler in the root. Oh, did they rename that? Not found in Lambda. Oh, I see. It's best to pin it so things don't change. That is a great suggestion. What did I have before? You went through this all the other night after the last stream? Chalked it up as your just smooth brain? Oh. Nah. Where did I have? Oh, here it is. 10 days ago? Why? Hmm. Why would this have changed to 10 days ago? Excuse me, what we were doing the other day, I thought worked. Yeah, because it built and we uploaded it. And if there haven't been any changes in 10 days, then why? Now, when you say 12.08, is that the version that I had in my config file? So what is this 12 AOA version? Oh, I see. What, does that show up in tree as well? Oh, here, cargo tree-i lambda. Two beta one here. When did they create this? The tag. Or is that, are they preparing for this? Where does it get the 2 beta 1? Oh, that's in HTTP. I see. Okay, and in this case, we have this get hash. I created a new tab. Let's try again. Is it upgrade? There's update and there's upgrade. I see. Which isn't the right thing. Oh, wow. Oh, look at that. I see. All right, here. Get status. I see. Hmm. Let's do the check again. You over there with Go modules? It's using the Lambda crate, which isn't the AWS Lambda thing. I see. What is this doing? All right, so now we're back to this, which is good. Oh, I did undo the Tokyo bump. We put it back at O2 here. AUV software. This is just a little bit out of my realm. But actually, the Rust dependency management is really, really nice. We're doing a couple things that are unusual, in that we're using crates that don't exist on crates.io, and then we're patching them to a Git repository here. So this is unusual. Oh, these have to have a Git path. Oh, I see. Well, now last time I tried this, it did not work. Update. I see. So it was actually pulling the other one. Wow. Now, if I do that, do I have to do these down here? Because update. Why does it work now? Last time I did this, it didn't. And I don't remember. Strange. Well, I guess they don't technically exist on crates.io, so the patching isn't all that helpful. But this config is. Okay, so we got that. Cargo check. No, update. Check, we're fine, good. SAM build. Debug. Oh, I didn't include the .git. Ah, I see. Oh, I had the wrong path entirely. I see. Yeah, I think the mistake had been that I was pointing to something too specific when I thought I was pointing at something else. I was trying to point to the workspace before. I know locally at the beginning of the stream, I had it checked out I had the Git repo checked out and I was pointing to the inner cargo file and not the workspace one. I see. Okay. I wonder what's the max execution time you can put on a Lambda? 15 minutes? Wow. All right, so given that, we need the documentations for that crate. Did I pluralize documentation? Probably. And that excludes setup time, I see. So when you use patch section, when to use patch section? I see. So you could override it locally, use that version before publishing, pushing. Oh, that's nice. Overriding the transient sub dependencies. Forbidden. Example function, example API. Warp uses Hyper, which uses H2, which uses Tokyo. You can patch H2 in your Warp dependency with a patch section. I see, without making changes to Hyper or Warp, assuming you don't break API Simber. That's cool. So if we refresh these stacks, yep, stack ID, etc., resources output, templates, change sets, resource, HTTP example function. Why can't we test that? Why is it telling us that it's forbidden? API gateway, details, Oh, some path. Wait, was that the same thing I did before? No, no, it's not, because this is what I did before. That's a gateway endpoint URL. And why is this some path? Ah, there it is. Okay, so it's off of that. So if we go here, do some path off of this, that also gives us forbidden. This one's lowercase, that one's uppercase for the prod. It's interesting that those URLs are so different. This one compared to the CloudFormation one. Or was it here? I was hoping to be able to get this from the output of the other one. Stages prod. Now, these stages, are they fixed? Or can you have different stages? I'll say, recently went on an adventure making Tide compile faster. Your little web app down to 17 seconds of full release build. Oh, nice. Yeah. It's one of the little things I wanted to do for the um, this package was upgrade Tokyo. All right, let's try this endpoint. There we go. Raw data. Hello, Fubar. Perfect. Headers. Response headers. Application JSON. Technically, that's not right. Why does it think it's going to be JSON? Is that... I mean, it could have been any type. Who's specifying JSON? It's probably going to be us, right? No. Unless response builder always forces that. Now at this point, this key, is it using their name? Try from K. Oh, this is the HTTP crate. Okay. Does Lambda expose that? Hypermerge Tokyo 3 support last night? Ooh. Oh, very nice. The output block is just drifting from what you have defined in the template. You don't usually maintain outputs unless exporting resources, allowing for an account-wide resource reference in your template. Oh, interesting. So, in this case, I need some better documentation. I'm going to undo this. We're going to build the docs locally. Cargo docs. Oh, doc. It probably re-exports at its top level. Yeah, I want to see that. So we could go dig through the code. Source, lib. You've been deep into HTTP Tokyo versus HTTP types, so you recognize there is specific API. No, that's nice. Hub use HTTP self and response. Okay, all right. So it is there. Oh, this is almost done. All right. Great. Yay, we got all of them in here. Okay. Interesting. Rust, AWS. Oh, that's Arc, right? Yes. TE? Oh, transfer encoding. Wow, these are very short. Huh. Content encoding, or content type. Now the value on this, do they define those in HTTP? That's probably not something. Yeah. What is it, text/JSON for that? Application JSON. Oh, got it. Oh, they don't provide the MIME types in the HTTP crate. Okay. HTTP types does. And these guys probably don't do anything. 2 strings. I see. Now, is there a way to make this faster? This build here, they seem to do this copy source bit, which means that they're copying it to like some isolated place so that they can make sure that you're not using code that is outside of this. And I get that. It actually caught something for us the other day, which was nice. But it would be nice to be able to disable that. Builder. Hmm. Yeah, I copied that the other day. The browser intelligently removes all that extra. Okay, let's go back to those. So the documents we had earlier. Sam build. Looking for profile. Interesting with the use container skip pull image. The docs is the better one. Is that this one? Parameters. I thought one of them had a big list. I mean, this one kind of has a list, but it doesn't look like we have any more details for the build stuff here. Config file, builder. That's a folder where the build artifacts will be stored. It'll first be removed when starting a build. Interesting. What if I don't want to clean that every single time? Debug. Yeah, it just doesn't look like there's an option to do this. Supported resource types. Interesting. I think we're using the serverless function one. All right, now we have to give it a function name. What is our function name? Ah, this one, HTTP example. Timed out after 3 seconds. What? Did not match any variant of untagged enum lambda request. That looked like a start error. Oh, interesting. Oh, HTTP example. Gotcha. You must specify a region. Is this doing the one that's in production? We can't. Give logs back. All right. What other commands do we have? Logs. Fetch logs for a function. Wow. Oh, you can specify stack name. Ooh, neat. Oh, look at this. Start Lambda. Really? Okay. I forget what we called it. Some path. Oh, that found exception. Prod, maybe? All right, let's Google that. Thank you, JV Pratt. Oh, I see. Ah, oh, sorry about that. So that's what Museum meant too. Now you can do a local invoke. What is the preview? Enables you to programmatically invoke your Lambda function locally by using the AWS CLI or SDK. This command starts a local endpoint that emulates the AWS Lambda. That's cool. To locally test a serverless application that uses Lambda extensions. Okay, I don't know what Lambda extensions are. Status code 200. Now, it's saying that I invoke this function, that we got a 200 back. There's nothing in the response. It was empty. Out.txt is empty. Yeah, I don't understand how to make an HTTP listener get invoked. The event ones, this makes sense, right? You basically pass JSON, it gives you JSON back, and then that gets that invokes your event handler. But the HTTP one is eluding me. Dash H different from help here. Oops. Nope. Well. You don't do much local debugging with Sam? I see. Score another point for clap. So at the moment we're exploring the lambdas. Got a little project here, Fluffy Squirrels 21. It's lambdas, it's using Rust, and we're trying to get things wired up. I'm also new to AWS lambdas, and a lot of AWS in general. How to host your API locally. Local start API. Okay. Curl /hello. That's it. That's all we have to do. Credentials. Okay. I can't see the rest of that. Why won't it scroll? Too repetitive. So it feels like that should have worked then. Okay, let's do this again. Sam, start API. Oh, mounting that at that. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so if we did that, that's fine. Oh, look, we got a little bit of information. Build duration, 100 milliseconds, memory size, memory. All right, so that's good for testing this out locally. Sam build. Did we build after we made the changes to the other bits? Right. Start API. That's what we did here. Over here, what we did before was start Lambda. Interesting. All right. Oh, you see why it's giving an error. Oh, shoot. I meant to say it should be text. Yeah, I got that. Oh, you know what? This incorrect. I put that down here. Okay, where arguably it's expecting JSON or something, whatever. Let's go ahead and change that. Text. Didn't change the first name. Response. Response builder. Text plain. Toss status 200 on there. Body. Format that. Hmm. There we go. Oh, that's right. So the error itself, that gets bubbled up into in HTTP, and here inside of this handler, it bubbles through to here, and then you get a different sort of error um, to the log file. It's like, yeah, you had some other sort of crash happen. That's the application error, not the HTTP error. So if it couldn't actually create this response, that's an application error. That's a good term for it. Some frameworks let you return an error, and it turns it into a 400 or 500. Yeah. Morning, Raimo. How are you? Okay. I'm going to try this again. All right, it's building. This is so slow. This would be so much faster if it would reuse that build directory or whatever. Hmm. Hmm. By utilizing Docker and creating a Docker image for the build, use the Docker layer cache. Created a makefile with a phony target package. Well, SAM build and SAM package. I see. Is it actually building in that directory? But can we use cargo settings to make sure the artifacts are in a specific place? Your quest today is to learn about pinning and to use asynchronous mutexes. Ooh, fun. So we might be able to solve this with cargo values. Okay. Wow, there's so many values in here. You ran into a situation where you were locking mutex instead of stream pull next implementation, turning the music. Oh, fun. Okay, yeah, you need to pin it in order to pull it. Okay, target stir. Let's explain this a little bit. Sam. Hmm. I'm not sure. Let's see. There's nothing in there. So the make file is actually invokes these functions here. It's going to invoke this, which will then cause build to happen, etc. and there's no way for it to know what a clean build is. Um, yeah. So it looks like it's that in there. Looks, oh, yeah, look at that. Rusty is running. Oh, I see. Out directory. Whoa. Yeah, why is that? That's a regular expression, and here you're creating a set of possible letters. R is the only possible one. Why wouldn't it find the R here? Well, I'll use it as a meta class instead of an anchor. Interesting. All right, I want to do this one more time. It's gonna do the copy. I don't know where it's gonna put it. Okay, not there yet, not there yet, not there yet. Python's still running down there. You can see it right there. Huh. What is this? Oh, that's ours. Okay, it feels like it didn't help. Yep. So why did it not pick up our target dir? Yeah, it's just not doing it at the moment. So looking at this here, it doesn't look like it's picking up information for where the targets directory is. I mean, the out directory there isn't correct. It's using that private folder for this. Why? We have build here. Build. And then sometimes explain how DFAs work. So looks like target dir isn't actually doing anything. Target. The build section goes in cargo. Oh. I see. All right, one more time. I mean, if it's going to be that slow to iterate, it's going to drive me nuts, and I wouldn't do it. All right, so we're going to build this once. Hopefully, it starts using the correct directory. It's going to do its copy first, turn to artifacts directory. I'm expecting the target folder to come down here. You can see here the docs for the last thing we built. Now here the out directory is better. Dependencies, okay, these are all in the correct location. All right, I'm gonna let it go. Pour some water. Man, I'm thirsty today. Could use SS cache. I was thinking that too. All right. But I'd like to not have to config things outside of the project. I'm trying to remember. I think I did set up is target type an executable? It is an executable. All right. So that build, it took much less time, only a minute. Was that the full build? Might have been the full build because I already had stuff in that directory. It's previously like 4 minutes. Oh, it's going much faster now. You're doing the normal workflow and then CP the target to the staging directory. Let it grab the binary and put it. So it's like 48 seconds is the turnaround time on that, which is not horrible. At least it's doing some caching. I thought there was a skip in here. There. Use container. Manifest. Hmm. I wonder if there's a way that we could test this outside of that. Oh, you know what? We just use the. We go in here. And we could do all the tests in here. Test module, my test. Is then we could basically take all of this stuff out into some other function, extract what we want from the request, pass that into our other function, which we can test. So if we look at our make file again real quick, you can see that we tell it to build in release mode here for this AWS, the target type that AWS is using for their Lambdas. Yeah, this doesn't have to be a release here. Just, I want to see the difference. Um, let's go back in here. I don't want to change. I already changed it. Drat. How's it going, Pink Fluffy Llama? So that time we did have a change. We modified the file. It should get rebuilt. And hopefully it runs faster because now we're not using the release profile. Oh, nice. You got Arch installed. Build failed. Which isn't expect. Oh, I see. Make file. It has, wait, you can unit test the Lambda stuff. It has a simulated connection via run simulated. Oh, that's cool. Run simulated. And for testing. Oh, cool. The handler, the URL. And what does this give us? How do we make a a except they did it wrong? It should be underscore T shared borrow of T. Oh, I see. So you don't take ownership, nor do you instantly drop it. Yeah, I'm just so run simulated. If we come back here to the code, that and this is still taking forever. Oh, because I hadn't built it in debug mode before. That's why it's taking forever. All right, we'll run it one more time after that. But I'm guessing it's still going to be 40 seconds overhead on that. So testing these things is probably best done with this. All right, so if we go to bin, run simulated, the URL. What does run simulated do? Let's go back over, let's go to the mod, come back in here. Now we have to give it the handler, which is just handler. And then we'll give it a URL. Now the weird thing about this is we can't provide any extra data. And what URL do you give it? Unable to convert to URL. Client with URL. So it converts it into a URL, and then it connects to it via hyper. Oh. And then they call run inner. Yeah, and then here's the Tokyo loop. And run inner is not public. I see. So technically they just run the whole thing and then connect to it with hyper. Huh. Well, I'm wondering, what if there's what am I trying to say? What if you're posting? What if it's not a get? I guess it. I'm not a big fan of run simulated yet. Be right back. Dog's barking. All right, we're back. They could make the test client way better. I agree. You can totally just make your own request in context and pass it to the handler in your unit test. All right, let's do that. It's probably going to be a lot more efficient than trying to build these things, run them in their simulated environment. Because if we can make the shim as small as possible, then there's not much for us to miss in our test. All right, let's take a look at that. Copy link location. Oh man, it was cold outside. Client context, identity. I see. So there's a bunch of stuff that we could look at in here. Compare the response against what you expect, of course. And how do we end up? So yes, we could do that. All right. Let's build this out, make one work, and then we'll extract pieces of this, probably into some utility functions for testing. So I'm guessing generating this, we'll probably want some sort of builder for that. Do they have a builder for that? We'll probably want some generic one, or at least one that generates some of these like request IDs, etc. So what I really want is just like a generic one. Or do they do have default? I wonder what the default is for these request IDs. Where's their default on this? Oh, it's just a string, so it would be empty. U64, what is that, 0? Deadline is 0? Wow. All right, so, let's see, where was that one? Lambda types? Uh, oh, come on, fingers. AULT. There we go. Let's request, or event. Interesting. Why do we call it event there? It's probably because I'm built that from something else. Lambda request. Oh, are they using HTTP requests? Oh, that's right. That was off of HTTP with their specific body, which is here. Empty text or binary. Let's see. hyper. Does hyper have any tools from simplifying some of the test stuff? Sean Monster. Request, okay. Okay, similar to request response bit up here. There we go. Hmm. Yeah, that's better. Oh, I didn't look that closely. I see. I wonder what the URL should be in this case. Guess it doesn't really matter. Is it? So we do that. Body. Now in this case, we have to use the same type here for this request, don't we? This. What is that? This body here. Where is this exported? Probably enum body. Okay, it's top level. We can just say it's empty. But do we not have to set the body? The body does the build finished up. Oh, HTTP types does it wrong. Oh. Alright, so we do that dot unwrap the test. You use HTTP URI to build up a URI methodically instead of a string. Oh, interesting. Got it. Okay. Hmm. All right, so then we have those two elements, and we can pass it into. You can pass it a string, by the way. We'll just call parse for you. Oh, okay. Wonder which way I like it better. This or the other one? What did I do? Oh, there. Now that's going to be our not one of those. A scheme and an authority at the very least. Okay. What's this saying? No method named unwrap found for the opaque type. Oh. Oh. Is a Tokyo test on that? Morning, Miguel Merca. How are ya? So we already have macros, which means we could just use this. All right, now we have a response. We should check the content type and the body. What kind is that? An into response? Oh, after the unwrap. There we go. Ah, there we go. Now what is the type of body? An HTTP response. Hmm. Oh, that's right. It's a vector of U8s. Could be a string. Well, I thought it was responding with this enum. Oh, it could be a string. Oh, you're right. I forgot about text. Okay. All right, now this is going to work for this very simple example. But if we wanted to do something that was a little bit more complicated, like use some of the AWS functionality, how would we actually test that? How would we make sure that that worked?
Atoms fall apart. Solar flares arrive.
Wonder what's using the async stream. That was, I think we saw it earlier. We go into here, here. It's either incoming, uses async stream, here.
Prepare yourself for the apocalypse.
That's neat.
The apocalypse.
Gotta remember to do the quotes now. This one. There. If when it becomes stable, you can just remove the macro call line. Oh, wow. That's slick.
The heat is scorching.
That's really neat.
The sky colors red. Volcanoes erupt. The world as we know it will no longer be there. Water is gone. A new era has begun. Prepare yourself for the apocalypse. The apocalypse.
Versus empty first name versus hello first name. First underscore name. Hmm.
Khajiit like to sneak, maneuver silken and sleek, the darkest corners we seek in the night. So feline and fair, from the sands of elsewhere, a truant listening stare, perfect sight. Don't leave your treasures ignored, get bigger bolts on your doors and tougher locks on your drawers. Watch the street. You see this stealth is an art. Pick your tumblers apart. You know you never can outsmart the Khajiit.
Oh, with query string parameters.
Khajiit like to sneak. Khajiit like to sneak.
Let's check. Oh, it is.
Khajiit like to sneak. The rocks of Skyrim so bleak. The frozen boulder
With query parameters.
avoid. Stick to the
star map from hash map. Hash map of string, the vector of strings.
Found in the basement family. The medical examiner estimates they were dead for at least 3 days. The air conditioning system in the house was turned on, apparently to slow the decomposition of the body.
Funny, I don't really want to make a hash map like that. What's going on? Oh. Is it insert? It is. Key. First name. Value. This is going to be a vector or
Anything for the lab? It's all bad. The entire house, top to bottom, car, the office downtown, all of it white clean. No. But I'll tell you one thing. He made one hell of a big mistake when he decided to clean house on my... Decided to clean house on my... Decided to clean house on my...
lambda HTTP ext request ext. No, I spelled it correctly. Oh, it's in Builder. Oh. Okay. So we have the request. That is a neat pattern. I don't know if I'd prefer it here though. That is a cool pattern. Oh, yeah, as you said, the strings. That's still unused. Why is it unused? Well, that would definitely be faster. Okay, so those tests pass. Now, hmm, it's probably brought in from Super. Oh, it is. TXT here. Because query string parameters is needed. Okay. Okay, now that works, and that's great. Um, oh, we have out, get, store. All right. What was the other crate that we had? Not this file. What's not in here? Also, I don't think that's how one or many should work. Did I grab the right lines? 122. Yeah, yeah. Oh, one or many. Oh. Wow. All right. Oh, that's right. It's Soto. That's right. All right, now I was looking for Dynamo. There it is. We have to use Rust TLS. Rust LS? Because there isn't OpenSSL on the other machines, or rather, it's hard to get the versions to match up. To use this one as opposed to this one. How do we test this? I mean, if we wanted to have one of these things, what do we do in order to get it like testing properly? Oh, you know what? I think we're at a point where I should probably get to my day job. But this has been a good progress. Copy this. Toss that on there. Sort. API documentation. The following code shows a simple example of using Risotto's DynamoDB API to list the names of all tables in a database. Okay. Yeah, you have to give it a region, and then it needs to have authentication. How does it authenticate? Is it using the environment values? Wow, there's a lot of stuff here. There is an incredible amount of stuff here. Credentials file, env file, oh, env vars, and then the client should have something. I see. Server-side encryption. Transactions, updates, wow. Okay. If you're using the service, you're probably looking for DynamoDB client and DynamoDB. Okay. Well, that's cool. The API is likely generated via OpenSPI or OpenAPI. This is cool. Okay. Now imagine that you either have to be connected to the internet. So thinking further through the test case, when we were building the game server, we ended up having a test database for each test that's run, integration test. I don't know how I want to do this here. Or they don't know how to make the function signatures less ugly. No. Scan. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to think about this a little bit. That and my network, it keeps getting hit. Well, it keeps slowing down. I think somebody's putzing around on YouTube or something. All right. Am I a fan of DynamoDB? I don't know. I'm gonna find out. The reason I'm looking into it is because it's a kind of pay by use kind of database, a key value store, and I'm looking to not have something running constantly. So DynamoDB seems to be something that fits that criteria. Which is Botocore is it's just Amazon's flavor of Swagger. I see, which is now Open API. Oh, I see. Oh, that's cool. Using Risotto and Lambdas. Oh, you gotta get the features right. Okay. Debugging.
Heaven knows where this went wrong. Telling me to just move on. Holding on to regrets we made. Now it's time to walk away.
Is there a project that mimics AWS locally? I think we downloaded some, what was it? Some Docker images. Oh, hold on. I gotta get going. I'll have to think about that later. Check something. It's depressing. Yeah. Local stack is one. Oh, they also have, what was it, the X-ray stuff. Right, they have tracing.
Why don't we start again? Take this back to times we went far away from everything. It's all I need, yeah. So tell me lies, fantasize. We don't need to justify what you need.
Oh, I see.
Fine, but you won't find it
For stuff like S3, you can use Neo local stack. How complete is local stack? Oh wow. Okay, I'll look into this. Dynamo. S3. They don't do X-ray. Oh, pro version of local stack. Oh, well. $15 a month. All right, I'll just use the real thing. I mean, how many lambdas and how much usage on AWS is it going to cost me to just use AWS versus $15 a month? It's going to be some time, right? It's going to be a little slower, maybe. I don't know. I mean, I'm not against it. I just don't want to use it. I guess if you wanted to work offline, it'd be very helpful. Maybe that's a really, really valid use case. All right, y'all. I gotta get running. So until next time. I don't have enough time to do a raid at the moment. I gotta run. So we'll talk to you later. Bye, y'all.